Hi folks, I'm going to talk about a gentleman that I've become friends with lately. My brother is a professor in New York, and through him I met this gentleman. He is from India and he is Hindu, and we have started to develop a relationship. I've met his wife and his family. We've started to hike together. We've shared meals together. And he's even starting to tell each other about some deeper problems. So we're becoming friends. And as the lecture says, it takes time. It's relational. And I asked him some questions about how he thought friendship was from his culture. And he said from the Indian culture where he was, from the Hindu culture, number one, in India, it was a lot less formal friendships. For instance, he says, if you had a plan and you were going to go out like to the movies, friends would just show up at your house at any time, and of course you would hold off on your plans and you would let them in and you would set up a meal. So he thought that was a lot less different than what he found here now that he's in America, where friendship seems to be much more formal. You just don't show up uninvited at somebody's home. You call, you make plans. So that was one difference he saw. A second difference he saw was that in India, if you're friends with someone, from his perspective, he said, from his community, you just said what was on your mind. You just spoke it if there was a concern or something. For example, he used the example of being overweight. If you were overweight, they would say to you, you're overweight for your benefit to try to help you. Whereas here, we're much more reserved. We're much more careful with the use of our words and, taking much more caution, he said, than in India, not to offend someone. He spoke about relationships, intercultural, interreligious relationships between the Hindus and Christians in India. Back when he was younger, there wasn't many interreligious marriages, and now he said in the last 10 years. It was interesting that the younger people are marrying one interreligiously, and that when you do marry in India, unlike here, he thought, you were married into a family. So it's not just the person you're marrying, but the family. So I think those are all important points in friendships and in understanding those cultures if you were to do missionary work. And so I think the question would be, as I do develop a friendship and we learn about each other's cultures, as a Christian, of course, you're always interested in bringing the gospel, and we talked about in lecture today the naked gospel, or not trying to change someone, but how would I with my friend, without causing any disrespect or anything, or disrupting the friendship, broach the subject of the gospel. Thank you.